The Young Lions. Well, we use two macaws as background, but this is about an excellent film. A film with a dream cast. Montgomery Clift, Marlon Brando, Dean Martin, and Maximilian Schell, together with others who also do a wonderful artistic performance. Marlon Brando, a legend. For some, he will be the best there ever was. He's the one that I kept hearing changed acting, came with new ideas, and he is a god of cinema. However, the smiling and the little laughter comes from the fact that he also had some peculiar things. For instance, at one stage he stopped learning his lines, and he would have, I think Robert Duvall was mentioning it with others, surely. You would have his lines painted on the wall, on the doors, even on actors who were with him on the set, and they were facing him and probably had some cards, some big cards with what Brando would have to say. He would look on the floor, on the ceiling for his text. Then there's Montgomery Clift, an actor that is now, alas, probably forgotten by, well, only by those who know nothing about the movies, or they just know some things about what's going on now. Brad Pitt and I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio, great artists, of course, but as I said, many don't really look into the past. I was surprised myself yesterday to see that he participated in very few movies. I think there's a total of 48 or so. When in this day and age, when I look for an actor for a movie or something, I see that one or the other has more than 100. And we're talking about an extraordinary talent, Montgomery Clift. I've seen in some documentaries, one of them is American Cinema, that critics say he was splendid, superb, but he was inadequate in another way. I mean, Tamina, being a celebrity was not for him. He would have felt probably better by being the manager of a shop in a small town, because he was uneasy with all the turmoil. He's also present in Adventures in the Screen Tray by William Goldman, a classic on cinema, on the screen tray, wherein we find that Montgomery Clift didn't take 3 parts offered to him, and these caused the birth, if you will, of 3 stars. James Dean, perhaps for East of Eden, I'm not sure if it was East of Eden, Rebel or Without a Cause, one of the very few 3-4 filmed by James Dean before he died. And then Somebody Up There Loves Me gave the opportunity for Paul Newman. And On the Waterfront saw the rise of Marlon Brando. Now, for the Young Lions, we have 3 people who are joining the army. Montgomery Clift, he's Ackerman. He's a Jewish man who will suffer the indignity, the humility, the abuse of other recruits who would steal his money. Then they will fight him. Well, they will fight him because he's proud and says in a note, I will fist fight with the one who stole my money, and then they all come to kick him because he's not Muhammad Ali. Cassius Clay is not big. He's small but very tough. Wait, Marlon Brando is fighting on the other side. He's a Nazi officer who nevertheless seems to have some heart when he's asked by his superiors to raid people in Paris. He has to take in a 16-year-old French boy. He asks for a transfer. He says he doesn't feel fit for the job. He doesn't agree with taking children to prison. And we see some of the horrors of war. We see dignity, honor. We also see the opposite, the horrors, the catastrophe, the indignity that humans are capable of. But all in all, this is a remarkable movie. Again, Marlon Brando, Montgomery Clift, James Dean, Maximilian Schell. So you have the recipe for something extra special.